always heavenly messages, because all of them coming from heavens, these messages, through messengers. Anything comes from heavens must be the best. So if you see a religion that they claim that it has problems in it, then I think people did not understand it well. And because there is a tradition in Islam, say that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that إدخال السرور في قلب العبد من الإيمان, to make people happy and make people feel happiness in their hearts is from faith. So when you make people feel disgusted, then this is not, they don't have faith. Means the faith of that person is incorrect. But when you make people happy by your actions or by your sayings or by your presentation or your talks or your associations or dealing with people, make them feel that they're filling their hearts with happiness, that is the sign that you are on the right track. A train cannot be on a false track. If the train, the engine moves left or right from the track, is a disaster.
Yes.
Engine, the main engine, must be straightforward. How many wagons behind? Can take hundreds. But the main engine is the most important. If the main engine is imperfect, if the main engine has a problem, then the whole wagons behind going to stop. So a person who considers himself leading in a religion, a leader in a religion, must be, his engine must be perfect, 100%. You cannot have even 1% imperfection, because all these people that they are following you, they will be in difficulties and problems. And that's what we try to teach, is the good manners, behaviors, characters, akhlaq, good manners, moral values. What is the benefit you do your service, your prayers, and you are cheating? What's the benefit you try to give lectures and curse people, and you have no moral values, no good character, that you go and speak bad about people? So a shepherd is responsible for the flocks. If a hyena comes or a wolf comes, he tries his best, or she tries her best, to save the sheep or the goats or whatever. You don't let one sheep or goat or cow or whatever to go in the hand of the enemies. And the enemies are the wolves. So a shepherd is responsible. You cannot be a wolf making all these shepherds behind you. One day they asked the wolf, why you are crying? They asked the wolf, why you are crying? He said, this stupid man trusted me on his sheep. I'm crying from happiness. I'm going to eat them all. So this is our waqia. Our reality today is that people are being, we handed over to these wolves the affairs of Muslims. They took them astray.
Sorry, repeat that last part.
Why, you didn't understand?
I didn't hear it clearly. I missed it.
I forgot it, what I said.
We handed over to the wolves.
We handed over the Muslims' affairs being handed to wolves.
To the wolves.
To the wolves. So they took everyone astray. Not everyone, but they led people to have this kind of bad feelings, ill feelings about everything they see around. Instead of filling them with accepting the others, because they speak about tolerance. One time I was giving a speech, I said it's not enough tolerance. I can tolerate you, you can tolerate me, but that's not enough. That's not the good ways. To tolerate and to accept you is the most important. The acceptance. I can tolerate you, but I don't accept you. Still that enmity is there. So that is not going to be fulfilling the real feelings. I tolerate you, but still I don't like you. No. You have to tolerate and accept. When I accept everyone, when people accept each other, then everything changes. And you see a change in the whole system and the whole world. Because never religion came to plant in the hearts of people hatred. Religion came to take hatred away.
Yeah.
Today we are seeing some people, what you called them just now, you said, you are asking me, I am imam or what I am. I said, I'm trying not to be anything. Today there are imams here and there, they don't know what they are speaking. They fill people with hatred. Imams, their duty is to fill people with love. Love and sincerity to each other. That is religion. Prophet, peace be upon him, Muhammad, when he came in a wild environment. He showed them love. When Jesus came, he came in a wild environment. He showed them love. When Moses came in a wild environment. He showed them love. When Abraham came, the same. When Noah came, the same. When David came, the same. When Solomon came, the same. When all other prophets and messengers came, they came because there was a wild wild environment. So they came because in order to change that environment, not to make it worse. So our duty is to change. And where is the change happens? For me, I see the changes doesn't happen in mosques. Changes happens in homes with the grassroots. There you can change people. You change family after family, family after family. Because in mosques or in centers or in anywhere, usually they speak in general. You cannot have the familiarity, the relationship, the contentment between each other, to feel familiar with each other. In centers where you can feel like that. But at homes, you see, we ate together. We drink together. We spoke together. So it brings more love. And that's what is important. In universities, I remember when I was young, when I was studying in a French school. And in Lebanon, I am from Lebanon originally. We used to have 2 hours a week. Arabic, we have all the program is mainly French, and like maximum 1 hour a day in Arabic, and the rest 6 hours or 7 hours in French language. But every week we used to study 2 hours in Arabic moral values and how to know how to behave and how to speak with people, discipline. And in French language, we study 2 hours of how to behave with people and how to speak and these moral values. From childhood, we used to learn that. Every week, we have 2 hours and 2 hours. Today, you go to school, you don't see this anymore. They don't teach that. No, you cannot find any. There are teachers, they can teach that, but it is not anymore in the curriculum that they have to teach the children how to behave with their parents, with their families, with each other. These moral values that when you grow up, you will have it within you. Today, we don't have anymore, unfortunately. In the system is taken away. How much child you are going to teach him or teach her discipline or these nice characteristics when at school they are not teaching it. At home the mother is working, the father is working. They come very tired at night. They sit with their children 1 hour, 2 hours. They go to sleep, and that's it. Is no way to teach them at home. So unfortunately, we don't have that. So the children became wild. And that's why you see at the age of 15, 16, you cannot control anymore the children. They become so wild that they go gangs, they go drugs, they go many things, and the father and mother look crying. They cannot do anything. It is the responsibility of the curriculum in the schools. Who is putting these curriculums to put back these teachings? So religion teach that. Every religion teach that. Those who are responsible for religion and those becoming what we call them leaders in their communities, they don't even teach good manners. That is not in every religion. I didn't see any of the religion that they are teaching this discipline and good manners. You go to the church, the priest says some words, and then they do the service, and everyone goes. Where are the children in the church? You don't see children in the church. You don't see children in the mosques. You don't see children in the synagogue. Rarely. There are, but rarely. So who we are teaching? We are teaching the adults. So that is a problem today that we are facing. And Prophet ﷺ, peace be upon him, said, "اطلبوا العلم ولو في الصين," means seek knowledge. Even it's so far. Even it is in China. Yani he wants to give an example that China is so far from the Arab Peninsula. So it's so far. Even if it is there, seek or go. If there is knowledge there, go for that knowledge. Today people are not anymore seeking knowledge. Knowledge, what kind of knowledge? Knowledge is 2 kinds. Scientific knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Scientific knowledge, I think what universities are teaching. No more anyone teaching spiritual knowledge. Although spiritual knowledge is a main factor. A main factor. Because what you teach? Computer science. So you are teaching one of the most important spiritual dimension of the self, because the whole computer is based on energy. Is not?
Indeed, yes.
Completely. No energy, no computer.
Right.
No energy within us, we are dead. Nobody. But you like computer is a box. So what is the main important is that energy that it is within us, that soul. That's why in every cell of the human body there is an energy, there is a driving force. Now they are studying the smallest cell that can be imagined in medicine, in research, and every cell there is a driving force. Without that driving force, there is no existence of the cell. From where that driving force came? You take under the microscope and you check, you see this small cell, and they are checking the yeast now because it's the most similar to human being cells. They check, they see a power there, energy. It's strange. It doesn't have a charger, doesn't have electricity that's coming in, doesn't have solar system. So how is that energy is inside that cell? Till now they cannot discover anything. It's impossible. The scientists are stunned. So that energy that it is within us, how many cells we have in our body?
Billions.
No. If billions, we are poor. More. Trillions, 3 trillion cells. And every 6 months these cells, they are changing. The old one goes, the new one comes. And in 6 months, 3 trillion are rejuvenating. And every cell has a driving force. Let us ask the professor.
Well, not the biology professor.
Energy is what? Even they found that the time is no time. We are in a time, no time zone. We are timeless. Time, what is the time? We put a fourth dimension called time. But in reality there is no, although they discovered today there is more than 11 dimensions, but everyone think about the 3 dimensions. But the fourth dimension we put, which is time. So when they study the time, you look into the time and then you can think, okay, this smallest time that it is in our mind is what? Is this the second? Is the second? Okay, how far we can go from a second into a nanosecond? How much we can make fractions of a second to be less and less and less to measure that tiny second. That's how a computer works. Because they found there is no time, timeless. The second, the smallest that they can able to measure is 10 to minus 22 of a second. 10 to minus 22 of a second is impossible to read that in language. Is 10 to minus 22 means 0.00000002201. How you can pronounce it? Smaller than epsilon. It's no way. It's no way. So when they reach that number, 10 to minus 22, which is 0.0000220 and then 1, if they go one more zero, time disappear, energy appear. Only energy. There is nothing in this world except energy. So that energy is that driving force that makes everything possible, visible. These vibrations, these wavelengths, electromagnetic wavelengths, is what? Is energy. And these wavelengths, according to that wavelengths, you can see things or you can hear things. Look here, you can see anything? We see each other because we are emitting vibrations. But here, what is here? Can you see anything here other than this? But there are many infinite number of pictures, infinite number of whatever you want to call them, that our eyes cannot see, but this camera can see. Look, TV now. Open the TV. That TV can see CNN. Is that? How? I cannot see CNN. That TV can see CNN. Because it can decode the vibrations and the electromagnetic waves and then can read it. And it comes to that TV, it becomes seeable. You can see it and you can hear it. But in reality, when you bring the TV in here, in this area, you can see everything. These wavelengths, it begin to take it. Here, it's full of these vibrations. What we need to decode these vibrations in order to see them. So, energy is a dynamic power. And if we build that energy within us, then we be able, because today you can heal with energy. And that's why healers, these healers that they spend their lives in building up their energies that they take from the cosmos, that energy that's coming from every direction, they're able to channel it. They can heal. And what is the best is to heal ourselves. And if we don't heal ourselves, don't expect healing coming from outside. It has to come from within. And since we are unable to be like a bee, can see the infraviolet light, which if you put a special glasses, you can see the infraviolet light. They see at night when they are having these binoculars. They can see at night in the forest, in the jungle, the deers and so on. But with these eyes you cannot. But if you train them very well, by polishing your characters and your behaviors, because we are people who believe in religion. When you become religiously very polished, and as a tradition says in Islam, that ما زال عبدي يتقرب إلي بالنوافل حتى أحبه, until the end. I'm not going to say the Arabic because no one will understand the Arabic here. It says that as long as my servant approaches me through voluntary worshipness, I will love him. What are the voluntary worshipness? To smile to me in my face is a voluntary worshipness. To tell you something nice, you like it, is a voluntary worshipness. To visit a sick person is a voluntary worshipness. To help a homeless is a voluntary work, because it's not obligated on you, but you feel you want to do it. That is, you are doing something voluntary to your Lord. Then the Lord will love you. When the Lord loves you, the tradition says, then He will be your ears that you can hear with. He will be your eyes that you can see with. He will be your hand that you can sense with. He will be your tongue that you can speak with. He will be your leg that you can walk with. You become so subtle, like an angel. And that's why we used to see, not now. Now, unfortunately, it's too much involvement into darkness. Before, people were so soft, so easygoing. They open their arms to everyone. And that's why when you become like that, the Lord will support you, give you from that energy. And that's why in my presentation or my speeches, I used to say that we have to pray for those who accepted us in their countries. We have to wish them the best, because they welcomed you. They were able to say, no, we don't want you here in this country, go back to your country. Go back to Pakistan or Bangladesh or India or Middle East or Turkey. But what they said, no, come. So you cannot take a stone, drink from the well and throw a stone in it. You have to be polite. You have to say thank you for welcoming me, accepting me. It's our duty. These tasty manners that makes everyone happy is what we need today to teach everywhere. And we hope that one day peace comes on earth. That Prophet said, peace be upon him, Prophet Muhammad said, I'm quoting from Islam because I think you know from Christianity or Judaism, you might know more than me. Although I studied for might be 8 years the Bible. I was in a Christian school in Lebanon after the French school. It was an English school. Every day we used to study the Bible 2 hours. Every day 2 hours. We have 2 hours of religion. So Prophet said, الناس سواسية كأسنان المشط لا فرق بين عربي ولا عجمي إلا بالتقوى. People are equal like the teeth of the comb are equal. You see the teeth of the comb, all of them same. People are equal like that. There is no difference between an Arab or another Arab, because Prophet is an Arab, so he's mentioning Arab and non-Arabs, except the difference is one. There is difference, but what is that difference? He said righteousness, sincerity, piety. If someone has piety or sincerity and the other one doesn't have, that is the difference. Not the difference in how you live and how I live, how you speak, how I speak. The difference is how much you are sincere. Today, sincerity is what we need. Sincerity what makes people important, not power. Power brings wars, brings disasters. But sincerity, love, brings peace. If you have a leader of a community that shows love, everyone runs to that person. If you see a leader that everything by hate, everyone run away. So religion teaches us to be how much near sincerity and piety. And I will not keep you long. I will close by saying, may God bless us all and support us all. And we hope that peace comes on earth. I met many presidents around the world in my travels. And presidents are confused. Because you see the president want to be good, but the situation doesn't work. I saw many presidents. You feel them, they want to do something that is good, but already they are in a flood. The flood is pushing them. They cannot resist. If they resist, they suffer a little bit, but then they can make things better. You see them crying. You see them asking advice. You see them wants to know what to do. They consult. And the most important for a president to be successful is when his consultants are faithful. Because the president cannot think everything. It's impossible. He's a human being. He knows what he's seeing. Those who are on his ears, that they are giving advice, those are the ones responsible to be good. If they are not being chosen one, they might give wrong advice. That's where is the problem. And that's why when I met with many presidents, not I'm speaking only America, but I met with overseas, they say, we trying our best, but it's not working. Okay, check on your advisory boards. Check on your consultant, what they are giving you. There is important. We hope that God will look at us. It is said in Islam that إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَنْظُرُ إِلَى صُوَرِكُمْ وَلَكِنْ إِلَى قُلُوبِكُمْ. God does not look at your pictures, at your forms, but look at your heart. Because the intention, if the intention is good, God knows the intention. We don't know the intentions. And what I can't say, there are a lot of things to say, but the time is not feasible. May God bless us all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
No more questions? It's good.
Let's see. Thank
He's
you.
a professor?
No.
Oh,
No.
that's why you have questions. Because professors, they don't have questions, they have answers.
At least for the right answer, so we're sure of it. Thank you.
Thank you. Professors are the teachers of the new generations to come. That's why it's good to have professors. So anyone has a question to the professor? See, no one has question.
That's right.
It's good. Means the good students. Some students, they have questions because they want to know more.
That's right.
Some students, they have no question because they are already know a lot. And some students, they have no question because they are lazy. They don't want to study.
Or they don't know what to ask. And some don't
Allah, Allah.